Good afternoon, guys. So, this is the Syntropic Agroforestry style food forest that I have going on here. This is the part of my yard that gets the most attention. And mainly everything that I'm growing here is a huge mixture of different fruit trees, but the primary fruit tree will become mostly mangoes with understory of everything that you could think of: guavas, citrus, cherimoyas, interplanted with bananas and papayas, etc. You'll get to see what I'm talking about. So this is a food forest tour, a part of my yard. I'm calling this Syntropic Agroforestry style. So stay tuned and enjoy, guys. So what we have here, we have a peach cobbler graft. This is one that's not doing, it wasn't doing very well, but it's doing okay. It's got a little bit of necrosis right there, but it's not going all the way. So I think this is probably gonna make it. Now, I'm leaving this on here because what's gonna happen is I'm gonna let this grow. I'm gonna take a cutting of something that I do not like and I'll just graft it onto here. So this is more going to be like a more bushier plant that I'm gonna keep right here. And as you can see, everything is going and everything's growing and it's so lush. We got this, I think 15, getting close to 20-foot tall Brazilian papaya tree. It's a seedling from the grocery store that I got off of I forgot what grocery that was, but this is a seedling. And look at this trunk. This is about, I believe, this is 5 years old, I believe. Maybe 5.5. So and then we have here a coconut cream with a sweet tart sign. This was grafted earlier this year in the springtime. It's still not getting that much growth, but I'm really happy that the grafts have pushed and has hardened. Here's senna. You got support plants right here, trees, eggplants, and here's dual seedling trees. Now these seedlings are not doing that well. I think this is a seedling that I got from the grocery store that's probably treated with either like hot water bath or radiation. So it's growing very slowly. Here's a guava. We have what do you call this? Blackberries right here, guys. Look at this. I mean, I've been harvesting blackberries all summer long. We got some more right here that's fruiting. Oh, here we go. Got some fruiting blackberries here, guys. I mean, they get much bigger than this, but oh my goodness, that was good. Went the wrong hole though. Anyways, look at this Tithonia, guys. Papayas. This is a Maha Chinook right there on Ataulfo rootstock. It's an ST Maui grafted onto an Ataulfo as well. Look at the dapple shade here. We're growing biomass right here from chop and drop, from the Tithonia, from all the leaves, from the papayas and everything here. And here's a papaya that's, I believe this is a male papaya. And here's a graft that, this thing right here is a, this is a Manila. Oh, no, actually, no, this is a, yeah, this is a Manila mango. It had two branches and I messed it up. This year, my priority is not growth. My priority is accumulation of rootstocks. I mean, not rootstocks, yes, accumulation of rootstocks and accumulation of cultivars. Mango cultivars you cannot find anywhere, and also insurance mango cultivars that produce a lot of, has potential to produce a lot here, grows vigorously and is adapted to our environment. So this is our new addition right here. This is an espada tree. I mean, I think I got this for about 225 bucks, guys. Look at this. It is huge. Just got this, I believe, last week. And look at that trunk right there, guys. It's beautiful. It's ready to go into the ground. What I'm doing is I'm acclimating it into this little area here for about 2 weeks, watching it very closely for issues and potentially shock. Watching it just in case it does get shocked, and I'll need to put it more into the shade. So far it has tolerated our 95-degree heat. I think we hit 97 today, and it's here. It's almost full sun. It might get a little bit of dapple shade here during the early morning, but I mean the whole time here it's getting full sun. And we have some Sudan grass here. It's forgot what it's called. It's something Sudan grass, and look, it's doing very well. We're using it for chop and drop as well as a feed for our chickens, and we want to make more of it and grow more of it. So these are Tithonias. We got some failed grafts here, guys. We got plenty of failed grafts. This year I was getting about 60% success rate, but I did get a bunch of scions from Florida, and it was just, you know, it didn't look good, but I couldn't find those scion wood anywhere, like the Timor and stuff, the dots. And so, you know, my success rate has dwindled down to maybe like 45%, which is still phenomenal, especially in comparison to last year, which I only got like, I think it was like 16 to 23%. But this right here, happy about it. This is a Cambodiana. I believe it's from Cambodia. Right here is a little 015, and it is, look at that, it's taken. Let me see if I can zoom it in. Right there, it is pushing. Yeah, that is it. Actually, no, that's a sunrise, guys. I apologize. That's a sunrise. You got Suriname cherry right there, papaya, and more thornless blackberries, and you know, interplanted with a bunch of stuff like what do you call this, a moringa. So this is a support tree, staghorn sumac. It's beautiful. There's a big papaya right there. I forgot which variety this is. I just lost track with a lot of my papayas, guys. So here we go. We'll skip this part for now. We'll go right here where all of my grafted mangoes are. But anyways, in the meantime, this is my Zone 1 garden, not to be confused with like Zone 1 hardiness zone, guys. Zone 1 is the vegetable garden closest to the house. This is a lemon zest seedling. I think it's got malformation disease right here, and it just not that it struggled, but it pushed really hard last year. It hasn't pushed any new growth this year for some reason, but it's starting to like really fatten up in the trunk, so it's probably using that energy to develop its root system and just, you know, fattening up here. I probably will cut, you know, below where that malformation is right there, and just have this push into one of these into these nodes here. But anyways, here's a papaya tree right there. This is a different variety from the Philippines. This is a pawpaw, and this is an arrowroot. You got a different arrowroot right here. This is a yellow, I believe, yellow cherimoya. I forgot what it is. I got this from a friend of mine. So we're not here for the vegetable garden, and I'm sorry if I'm talking really fast, guys. It's so hot. It's really hot. It's hot. It's humid here. It's hot. But I'm happy because this is mango weather, guys. Low temps has been 67 at night. That's our lowest temps, and anything above 65, mangoes just want to grow. And our high temps are reaching 95, even like close to 100 degrees. Here's your what do you call this again? Pigeon pea right here. And you got the yellow poinsettia, which we are multiplying. Here is the I keep forgetting what this is right here. This is ipil. This is a support tree. It's a nitrogen fixer that Lawton promotes, and it doesn't do that well here. It does well enough, especially if it gets plenty of water. It seems to, I think it's a tropical, so it really does need water for some reason. This is a very tall Manila mango that we just procured. I mean, it's got a nice, decently sized trunk. It's like about maybe an inch and a half in diameter, and it's got some nice growth. This is probably about, I would say, 12 to 15 foot high. It's pretty skinny, but it's got huge potential. I'll probably end up just chopping this off. I'm asking my friends for some advice, because this is gonna stay Manila, because apparently my family loves green eating mangoes. I mean, I do too, but they love it a lot more than the sweet varieties. So at least the sweet eating top tier cultivars that you eat ripe, they want green mangoes. So here's our banana trees. You got the staghorn sumac providing beautiful shade. This is a miracle berry doing okay right here. I finally found out that it's grown just like blueberries, and so we got some acidic soil right there. This is a bulk mango, guys. It pushed new growth here wonderfully. Seems to be doing okay. I believe this is some turpentine rootstock, and so what we're doing, see this? I planted. This is a Manila, I believe, and this is an Ataulfo. So guess what I'm gonna do? Once this gets thick enough, I'm gonna go right here and I'll do a double, triple rootstock graft. Here is a peach cobbler. Okay, it looks like it's prone to anthracnose. This was in my greenhouse in the corner area of it, and it wasn't getting that much airflow, and so I just put it out here since it's super hot nowadays. And I'm getting it accustomed to the sun. So here it gets dapple shade, and eventually I'm gonna start chopping off the canopy, letting in a lot more sunlight. There was a lot more canopy here earlier, and I cut off a bunch of it earlier today because I'm trying to get some sunlight into these trees. So this is a Kent rootstock. I got some grafts that pushed. I'm waiting for this Timor right here. Ooh, you see, this is a Timor. It's got some bud. It's got a bud that's really swollen up there. And this is not ready for prime time. It's not ready for full sun because I still got grafts on here. This is a honey kiss up here that looks like it's ready to push. I think this is another honey. Oh, it's a Timor. It's another Timor graft right here. But this is a honey kiss that took, looking beautiful. And we got some, what is that? Some sweet tart that's still that hasn't taken. Here is a veneer or wedge graft that failed. And I'm just gonna let it be. This should heal nicely at some point in time. And we got several failed grafts here, guys. I mean, I am not perfect, okay? And that's okay. There's a fruit punch right there doing very well. As you can see, inside the greenhouse, it was getting extremely hot. And these things were getting burnt. And so they had to come out. There's a cotton candy right there that recently pushed several weeks ago, looking healthy. And right here, we have a peach cobbler that just pushed recently. Very small push. We got a sunrise. This is a sunrise. It's pushing. This one right here is a Fairchild. Right here, it's a Fairchild. Right there. This is Tony Scions, guys. Mango Manor. Shout out to Mango Manor, providing awesome scions. This is a peach cobbler right there. It hasn't pushed just yet. And this right here is a Duncan on Manila right there. So hopefully we'll get some vigorous growth right there. And then we got some seedlings that we promoted out here and hoping to acclimate to more sunny environment. This is an M4 right here. Look at that. It's looking decent. Again, it was getting hit with some kind of like, I don't know what that is right there, like some, it's starting to develop like some fungal infection because it was in the corner of the greenhouse where it wasn't getting any airflow. Now, here's more bigger trees. These are on Ataulfos. This is Kerry. See that? This is another Kerry, looking fantastic. Now these are ready for almost full sun. So as you can see, it's getting sun and it's just getting dapple shade right now. It's about, I would say 3:30 in the afternoon. It's getting some reprieve from the sun. Anyways, this is a Carla, beautiful Carla. Look at that push. It's the second push right here. You got your first push and now your second push. I gotta really protect this graft right here. Probably add some more of this green tape just to protect that. And yeah, this one is an M4. There's an M4 graft right there. This is a Maha Chinook right there. And oh, right here is a Tota Puri. Look at that veneer graft right there. Very long veneer graft. I don't know if you could see that. Ooh-ah. Right there. There goes the veneer graft. Beautiful Tota Puri. Now, if this doesn't do well, that's okay, because this would be storage. This is acting like a storage for this particular rootstock. And if it does well, we'll be multiplying it. And so, you know, we'll try to, you know, position it in a way where it gets sun, despite the fact that the carries are going to be growing pretty tall. And we got a lot of seedlings, guys. A lot of seedling trees all throughout. And here's some bananas right here. Check out those bananas. We got, we butchered this Manila right here. We grafted it several times. Okay, that's a Tony variety right there. And this one is a buttercream, and nothing on it yet. But this Castori is doing pretty awesome. Okay, it's looking pretty healthy. And we got some peppers intermingled with this stuff here. We have some jaboricaba from seed. And guys, you know, based on my experience growing a food forest in about you know, almost an acre lot, you can actually get more production from a smaller lot doing this kind of gardening where you focus on one particular area. You have your drip irrigation and you hand water as well, and you deep mulch either through back to Eden method where you bring in a bunch of wood chips, or doing it my way where if you can't do that or you choose an alternative, you do Syntropic agroforestry where you grow all of these biomass producing plants that you chop and drop. Okay, and over time you'll get a buildup of all this biomass. And look at this. This is a coffee. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, guys. It's fruiting. And we won't be making coffee just yet, guys, because we'll be using this to propagate and produce more plants. Delayed gratification. Delayed gratification is the key to accumulation of wealth, and in this case, accumulation of plants and accumulation of assets, which are plants and food-producing plants. You see, this Ataulfo is massacred, guys. See, we got this veneer type graft right here, wedge veneer type graft. It's this right here wanted to really grow, Ideally, like I said, if you should listen to my friend Rich, you should check out his YouTube channel. I think Rich Mango Garden, and just let this rootstock grow as tall, preferably in a single stem or single what do you call this? Single branch, and let it grow thick and big, and allow it to have a full canopy. So do that for about 3, 4, 5 years, and then once that thing gets pretty thick, then you literally chop it off and you graft onto it. Either you do a bark graft or you do like a multiple rootstock if that's what you so choose. But I'm a little hard-headed. This year, like I said, my goal was not growth. My goal was accumulation of cultivars, and it was a massive success, guys. We now have over, I believe, 36, probably more now, different varieties of mangoes. I mean, a lot of it are top tier and insurance mangoes, and of course some that probably won't produce well here, but just gotta have. And there's still a few more that I really want. But anyways, more seedlings right here. You got some really nice shade environment now. Right here, I'm really messing up my outside grafts. I didn't have this initially. This is now what I'm calling a makeshift shade technology, using, just clips and the tithonias, and using rebar. Right here's a Carla that's struggling, but it's still alive, and it looks like it's trying to push new growth. And I'll show you an orange sherbet back there that was not doing well, similar to that, and now it's like really pushing hard. And here's a Timor potentially going to push, and here's a field graft. I have another attempt right here. If I so choose, I'll probably put something else in there, but I think I'm done for the grafting this year. I keep saying that, but I think it's near the end. I'll probably wait till next spring. Yeah, so you have Ataulfo seedlings, and here's the back end of this spada tree. Look at that beautiful spada. And this is where we're gonna be building, well, at least the plan is to build a long greenhouse here to put all the seedling mangoes in during the winter time, just to get them to grow faster. Now this is a pink power puff tree, providing awesome dapple shade. This is a support tree. It's an Inga right here, ice cream bean. More papayas to replace the older ones, right? Ash tree. We have what do you call this? A seedling persimmon right there that we'll be grafting full varieties on. And then we have a ground cover layer that's was installed this year. Right here is a pepino dolce. There's the sage. You have a pigeon pea that's very young. You have these I forgot what that is. It's like a raisin plant. I forgot what that is. I'm sorry. And then you have some gosh dang, rosemary. There we go. That's rosemary, and people think this is a weed, but this is really good in soups. Right here, this particular weed, I don't know what it's called. And then we got this is an African basil, more senna. Look at that. It's gonna provide a beautiful canopy. And look at this, guys. This, my goodness, I forgot what it's called. It's not edible. It's actually toxic. And wherever these are planted, gopher tend to avoid. Not that it's 100% repellent. It just they avoid it. If they have to. So especially when they get big, they avoid the area. I think probably because the roots are probably toxic and it gets intermingled and intertwined with all the other roots that they want to eat, right? Or maybe it's just bitter, who knows? But here we go, we have a nice support tree of pomegranate. And you got, these are edible right here. You get, this is tree collard. And right there is that's a grapevine. And just we're using the canopy trees as trellising. So we're really pushing the boundaries here. We have a seedling tofo right next to a banana tree, right next to that inga, and right next to a bunch of support trees and plants like this lavender, this persimmon, this avocado right here, which we can keep short, put a gem variety on there, and you can have, like maybe 10 to 20 avocados in like a small space right here, while this mango tree will eventually become a canopy, and we want it to be like 15 foot tall. And you have guavas, the seedlings that we can potentially graft onto, or just if we like it, we like it. If we don't, we can graft onto it, or we can just use it as a chop and drop, right? Here is this is an orange sherbet that didn't look good, similar to that Carla that we showed you earlier, and now it's pushing quite nicely. Now this looks like small growth, but give it a few weeks and it'll start to get pretty big, similar to this. And probably now that this thing has pushed, it's going to get larger. This is an Angie. Right here is an Angie. And we'll probably end up just keeping this as an orange sherbet. I'll bring in another rootstock in here and then do kind of like a reverse approach graft, so that I can take this Angie and make it into one single tree. And so we're kind of using these multiple branching as storage for some of these cultivars. And we'll see how that goes. And ideally I want to keep one single cultivar per tree, except for the ones in the back. Our more mature trees are acting as storage, and also those grafts all the way in the back on those more mature trees that we have are there so that we can have some fruit early on. See, just putting seedling avocados everywhere. You have some stone fruits here right next to a senna, right next to a Mexican sunflower tithonia. I forgot what this is, but I forgot what that is. Ash tree, all of these things combined, as you can see, they're everywhere. And we got a curry plant here, finally looking like it's about to grow and thrive. It survived our winter now. And you got a butterfly bush. We got seedling mangoes, more senna. Look at this. And then here we have more of the grapes, and you have our pepino dolce. And we had to do this because otherwise it just gets eaten. So my mother has taken the charge of doing this, and by doing so, like the roly-polies and the forgot those pincer bugs, they don't come here and poke holes in it. Now if they do poke holes, it's still fine to eat. You just cut into it. They don't eat the whole thing. They just poke holes, live inside. But it's like just one little area. You just chop that area off, and the rest is pristine. But some of you probably want to do that. This is a grafted maha, I believe. Yeah, this is a maha chinook on an this might be a Tommy rootstock, if I remember correctly. Either Tommy or a Kent. And then you have this tofo that's, like I said, probably was damaged during shipment when they irradiated or put in a hot water bath. So it's not really growing. And that's why we overplant, guys. We got to overplant because some of these things will not grow. And guess what? You overplant, and because it's just a seedling, there's really no massive investment. right? You just put it all over, and guess what? If this thing fails to get eaten by the gophers, get hit with some kind of disease, you know, it's okay. You got another one right there, right? Another one over there. This is a, I mean, it's beautiful. This is like that. I believe that's not an arrowroot, or maybe it is an arrowroot. There's multiple names for it, but it's an arrowroot. And we got some raspberries there, and I'll show you the right, and persimmon, more avocados. And so, you know, I'm just gonna go through this, guys, otherwise it's gonna be a long video. It's pretty much just, it's a bunch of similarities to a lot of things. If there's something else here, here's a seedling, unknown seedling. This is probably a Kesar seedling or some kind of Indian variety. You could, you could totally tell by the leaves and from the smell. It's got a nice spicy smell. Spice, not spicy hot, but spice. There's a Maha Chinook. You see how it pushed very weakly, but then now look at all those buds that are just forming and swelling, and it's going to start pushing. And this is eventually going to become vigorous because now the cambions are finally been fused together, right? And right here, I'm trying to put in a Gaylord via a modified veneer, and hopefully it will take. Hopefully. So here we go. Right here, we're getting a nice canopy. I'm trying to shade all of this. And we're trying to get a corapia to just you know, grow here and cover the soil in a ground cover kind of way. Here's a different variety of blackberries, and you know, we typically get the ones that fruit twice a year, once in mid to late spring, and in the late summer and fall they produce as well. Here's a chayote, and this one was planted all the way there, and it's going in here all throughout. You know, it's just hanging onto the canopy trees, which right now, at least in this area, is the what do you call this? Is the pomegranate. So we got some pomegranates in here. Remember, nothing here gets, I don't fertilize. It's sometimes they'll get some compost individually, especially the mangoes. Most of them don't. They get compost on the initial planting, and that's pretty much it. The rest is just chop and drop. Now this is a Kent rootstock, and it was doing very well until we grafted onto it. That one we lost because I kept grafting and grafting, kept failing, and this one right here failed right there, and you know, pushed right underneath. And we're gonna leave this be, you know, let this grow and let this, you know, accumulate more energy before we start grafting onto it. Here we're just gonna let, well, hopefully the plan at least the plan is to let this grow tall and follow my friend's advice. There's a loquat. This is going to be a chop and drop that produces. And here's raspberries. Oh, look at that. We had a lot of raspberries in here, guys, in the last few years. Don't get thorn varieties. Now this has a little bit of thorns, but it's like doesn't really hurt too much. There's more support trees. This is a yellow poinciana. Got some sage. We got, you know, we have had a lot of tomatoes everywhere around here. We got lemongrass right there. It's got a bunch of everything, guys. And avocado. This is probably its second or so year. Planted in the ground as a seed right there, and I'll probably will need to remove this pretty soon, or just keep it like that and just you know, cut a big hole here so you can just push the almond right through. And this is a stone fruit from seed. I don't quite particularly know what it is anymore. We'll find out once it starts fruiting. If not, this will be nice rootstocks to graft good varieties that we already have in the back. And here's the senna. I forgot what this is. It's a support plant. Look, this are getting hit with caterpillars, and that's okay. Let the caterpillars eat that. They focus on, the support trees, right? Instead of focusing on our main trees. And papayas we're using as a chop and drop here. You see it's getting into the walkway. We just chop that off. Okay. Sorry for that noise, guys. That's my neighbor's water pump. Now this right here smells really awesome. You got the lavenders, you got more blackberries right here, and just give us fruit. Here it was getting there was a bug in here that was eating this, and that's okay. Look, new growth, doing well, right? And we have these beans, this hyacinth bean right here, and it produces, and my mother makes nice stir fry out of these beans right there, especially when they're young like that, and they just go and vine their way to the top and all over. In fact, look, they're all over there, all over here, and they just produce food, guys. Here's chili peppers. This is hot right here. More chili peppers, and we finally have our dragon fruit that's climbing all the way to the top now. It's way past the time when I actually have to put the connect all of these right here and create like a system where it gets support. So I need to start doing that fairly soon. Okay, it's grown pretty slowly because again, we don't fertilize, guys. We don't fertilize. Right here, we should be putting more compost or more leaf matter. At some point, all of these biomass producing plants will hit a point where it's just, this system is just going to be so productive. I think I really do believe that, because I see it already. I see parts of this system that's doing tremendously well. We got a lot of cherimoyas right here that's going to be going down. We're using cherimoya as a support tree that will eventually be grafted, right, and be productive as a support tree, right? Isn't it awesome to have a support tree that also produces? And here we also have a bunch more ingas. We have more loquats. We got more support ground covers. We have a mixture of everything, and nowadays I'm just putting it all together. You got pigeon pea, ash, and then you got the ice cream bean inga right here, and then mixing in all the mangoes that are like not doing well, that are runts. I'm just putting the support trees right there and just like seeing how they do. If they do well, they do well. If not, who cares? All right, so here is a satsuma, and it's to grow more, right? It's just it's healthy, but I think it's just waiting. This one right here is a kishu. This was planted like late spring, and it's probably just getting its roots. It's just spreading its root system, and probably next year we'll get some really good growth from this. We got a Super Alfonso right here with a coconut cream graft that has healed over but hasn't pushed yet. And we have a longan tree right there, and we have what is this called? It's a root vegetable. It's not chaya, but it's I forgot what it's called. All right, my phone overheated and it's almost out of battery, but here we go, guys. I'm gonna go fast. Here's a seedling. Here's another tree for my friend. It's got a Maha Chinook with an orange sherbet, and actually the Super Alfonso and an orange sherbet right there. Here are all the seedling trees, and there's a lemon meringue, there's coconut cream, and look, when there's very little airflow, these things are getting hit with some kind of fungal infection. Here is a Maha Chinook that we left on the tree, fruit, and it's right there just shooting through the sky, guys. And more seedlings. This right here is another Maha Chinook, trying to grow a bunch of insurance mangoes here. And look at all of these seedling trees right there, going on to their second, some are going through their third pushes. All right, let's go quickly because I have 14%, 12% of my battery. Here are more seedling trees right here. There's just a lot. Another Maha shooting through the sky. Ready to push once again. Got some buds there. If we can get 2 more pushes from that, they'll be fantastic. All of these, most of these are seedlings here. And here's another big rootstock. It's a Kent rootstock. We got a, what is this? Super Alfonso, all on that side. We got fruit punch, you got honey kiss, coconut cream on the other side there. And then, yeah, that's coconut cream, more coconut cream. And this one right here, yeah, that's coconut cream. And right here is a cac. Here's more seedlings, guys, along with some grafted stuff. This is I believe a Valencia Pride. I'm trying to get an orange sherbet to a grafted one over there. We have some Gaylor right here that's pushing, okay? These are new grafts, trying to get more orange sherbet. This one right here is a Sugarloaf. And M4, actually no, this is an Ugly Betty. There is a Raposa right there that's about to push. This one, I believe it's a Maha. Yeah, this is a Maha Chinook. We actually, I gave some grafts away here, some budwood. This one right here is a Fruit Punch. Look at that, looking healthy. This is a Seacrest that failed. It's so sad because I love Seacrest, guys. Seacrest was a tremendously awesome cultivar that I tasted this year. I got a Valkyrie. That's another Maha. Grafted orange sherbets. These are new orange sherbet that I got from my friend Dana. Dana, thank you for the signs, my friend. This is a Carla right here, doing awesome. We got a Super Alfonso, Casturi. This one right here is a Cotton Candy. And quite a bit more. Look at this Timor, guys. Look at that Timor. Hopefully that's a good push. That one is kind of iffy, to be honest. This is right here is a this is a coconut cream, and let me see, I believe, yeah, it's coconut cream. I'm trying to get the orange sherbet again. This one right here is another Valencia Pride. It's an insurance mango. Right here looks, this is a cac. This one is another cac. It looks really good. Actually, we got that cac from this right here. When you get your own scions and you graft your same scions same day, you can get 95% plus success rate, guys. There is another coconut cream, I believe. Yeah, that's another coconut cream right here on an atoll for rootstock, ST Maui, and a bunch of seedling, guys. This is an army right here. And hey, I'm really serious about growing mangoes, guys. I am a mango fanatic. I'm mango crazy. I got hit by the mango virus and I'm just a mango zombie. And call me crazy. Here's the ones that we're about to up pot, right there, ready to go. This one's getting some aphids right there. That's fine, we just kind of brush it off. It's the ants. And then more papayas, right? And supposedly this thing right here, I forgot what it's called, this will prevent powdery mildew. So I'm gonna be planting this close to my mango trees. Supposedly, according to like some kind of regenerative guys out there, that prevents powdery mildew. And they're not talking about mangoes. So in particular, just powdery mildew in general, it secretes some kind of like pollen-like substance in the air that prevents powdery mildew spores from, I guess, from multiplying or forming, whatever it is. Here are more seedlings, guys. We got some polys and some mono embryonics. Look at those sweet tarts right there. And just, I am so sad though that there's only one timer seed that pushed, and that timer right there. This most of the ones that they haven't taken after a month, they're dead. They're probably dead. So I just need to go through these. And this one right here is I believe, an improved oak leaf papaya seed. So I can't wait to be, I've been wanting these for a while. Supposedly does very well here. Now this is a stone graft right here, or yeah, that's a stone graft. It's nearly the same size. Actually, this is like probably a reverse veneer graft right there, like an end veneer graft. There was the rootstock growth was right here, and the moment it started pushing, we just cut that off. Right there, some maha, right there. And my phone's about to die, but anyways, I'll keep you updated on what's going on here, and stay tuned, guys. And it's gonna be a lot of updates in the coming years, and you'll see a transformation of this yard into a mango producing paradise, and I'm serious about that. Till next time, bye.